Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Marissa and I just wanted to do a little bit of an intro video because this is going to be my first booktube ever. I started getting into it a few weeks ago actually because Peter Mon from Peter Likes Books, go check him out, I will link it down below. He has been talking an awful lot about booktube and I never knew it existed, honestly. This is going to be my first YouTube video ever. So it's going to be interesting. So I figured I would do a little bit of an intro video and let anybody who happens to watch this channel kind of know a little bit more about me. I do read a lot of fantasy novels. I read a lot of crime novels. I do occasionally pick up just random things here and there from Goodwill that just, you know, happen to catch my eye when I'm walking through there because, you know, Goodwill's cheap. I mostly read books on my Kindle. I read them at night, of course, right before I'm going to bed. But I also read paperback books and I also listen to audiobooks on my drive to and from work because I drive an hour each way. So it's a long drive and audiobooks kind of help to make the time go by really fast. So usually I have about 3 books going on at any one time. How I keep them separate, I will never know. But somehow I do manage to do that. So anyway, a little bit about me personally. I am a self-professed crazy cat lady. I do have 2 cats right now. It's not the most I've ever had. Most I've ever had at one time was 7. Obviously that's a little much for most people. I don't have kids. I don't plan on having kids. So, you know, no offense to anybody that has kids out there. I love them, but they're just not for me. So anyway, I am engaged. We've been together for about 5 years now. Still not married yet, even though we've been engaged for about 4 of those years. I do watch a lot of the beauty gurus on YouTube. Their drama lately has been interesting, but I'm not going to comment on that. So anyway, what else can I say? Well, I work in the HR field. Right now I'm kind of at a temp job that's about 6 to 12 months long, working for a food production company. Which is pretty cool. It's a corporate job, first corporate job I've ever had. It's pretty awesome, actually. Great place to work. I do vape, so occasionally you will see me pick up the vapor. It is not pot. It is not THC. It is definitely nicotine. So just... Okay, so let's get into my book review for today. So the book that I'm going to be talking about is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. And I did think it was a really good book. I've never actually seen the movie because this is now a major motion picture. Never actually seen the movie. I happened to pick this book up at a discount store and thought that it sounded interesting because a couple of my girlfriends were talking about it. So I would honestly give this book a 4 out of 5. It definitely kept me on my toes. I couldn't really figure out what was going on until about the very end, which is, to me, that's a good book. If you can't figure out the plot until the very end and you're actually surprised after reading as many books as I probably have, then it's a good book. So basically the book follows Rachel mostly, who is kind of the main character in the story, and she is an alcoholic. She has some mental health issues going on. She just recently got divorced from her husband, and her husband cheated on her with another woman. Most of the story is centered around the fact that she really wanted to have a baby and she couldn't end up getting pregnant, and she thinks that's why her husband cheated on her, and she thinks it's all her fault that he left. So basically most of the story is that she's riding the train, obviously girl on a train, and she keeps seeing these people that are right down the road from her ex-husband. And she basically gives them names and makes up this whole story for them without even knowing them and just seeing them. And it's like, this is her like ideal life right here that she's watching go by in the window every day. And this is what gives her hope and happiness and solace for the few minutes that she actually sees them. So she makes up this whole story about them, and then one day she sees the woman with another man kissing him out in her back garden, and it really bothers her because, you know, she had this whole ideal life of the husband and wife loving each other very much, which obviously is the complete opposite of what she had in her marriage. And so she is really, really offended by this. And then a couple days later, come to find out, this woman is now missing, presumed dead, of course. So immediately she thinks, oh, I've got to tell somebody. It's got to be the lover. It's got to be the lover. And so she goes through this whole thing of inserting herself into this investigation and talking to the husband of the wife that's missing, talking to her ex-husband, who of course lives right down the road, and talking to the police, and basically just putting herself in the middle of this. Well, she is an alcoholic, pretty bad alcoholic, and she gets to the point where she blacks out and she doesn't remember things, so everybody's looking at her like, you're an unreliable witness, why are you putting yourself in the middle of this? So it was just very interesting. Obviously it deals with addiction, and she has some mental health issues, depressive. I mean, that's pretty much why she started drinking in the first place, is to make herself feel better. And her dealing with her ex-husband, and it does have some abusive themes in there, both mentally and physically abusive. I won't give away too much, no spoilers in this video. But honestly, I mean, the only reason I gave it a 4 out of 5 is because while it was good, it was well written, and it kept me guessing until the end. I don't know. I just didn't really connect with the characters that much, because you follow 3 of them. Obviously, like I said, you're gonna follow Rachel, and you're gonna follow Megan, which is the girl that gets killed. So you're kind of seeing flashbacks of her life. And then you're going to follow Anna, which is Rachel's husband's new wife. I didn't really connect with any of the 3 of them. You know, I do have some mental health issues of my own, but not to that degree. And I don't have any alcoholism issues or drug abuse issues or anything like that. And I guess I never really thought of myself as wanting this idyllic little, American dream life. So obviously this book is set in the UK. It's not set in America anyway. But I never really thought of myself as somebody who really cared that much about that. So I guess I just didn't really connect with the characters that much. And other people might. Other people might go, man, this was the best book I've ever read. But for me, it's just 4 out of 5. It's definitely worth a read. I did finish it pretty fast because it was interesting, and it kept me wanting to find out what's going on next. So yeah, definitely worth a read to anybody that's interested. And again, here is the cover of the book. I know there's a few covers out there for this book. This just happens to be the motion picture cover. I got it for, $2.99, $3.99, something like that. So anyway, I really hope that somebody actually maybe watches this video in the future. I'm just doing this because I love books and I really enjoy doing reviews on things. So hopefully somebody likes it, and maybe subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna keep posting videos. And if nobody watches them, I guess I'm just doing it for me. So hey, it was nice to meet everybody, and hopefully everybody can have a nice, courteous conversation down in the comments. So thanks, see you later.